This is my recording studio, and I am going to tear it apart. My name is Alberto Lombardi, and I'm a guitar player, but I've also been a record producer for over 20 years. My question for you today is, do musicians still need a professional recording studio in 2021? Or can we make quality music with much simpler tools like a laptop? Feel free to share your opinion in the comment section, and please hit the like button so YouTube will show this video to more people. Let's start.
Sometimes you just need to start again.
You may know me as a guitar player and singer-songwriter possibly, but I've also been producing independent records for the good part of the past 20 years. I had the luck of working with many greats like the legend himself, Bob Clearmountain, mixing my latest record with him in his wonderful studio in Los Angeles. I spent time in the studio with Chris Lord-Alge, Michael Brower, and I've produced records for big labels like Sony Music. I always thought that since the people that I admired always used professional big studios, that was the way to go. And that's why I built this studio, that is called Bel Air Studio, by the way, after the series The Fresh Prince with Will Smith, but that's another story. But the music business has changed a lot. Small budgets, very little time to work on projects, and so has technology that allows us to do things that were unthinkable when I started. So, is a place like this still the way to go? Let me show you my studio first. Let me show you around. Then I will tell you what my conclusions are and what's going to happen here. I built this place from scratch in an empty basement so that I could design and treat the rooms the best that I could. Hired an acoustic engineer, John Sayers, that lives in Australia. He made the plans. We executed them. These are fake walls. Behind the fabric you see there's so much rock wool and acoustic traps that I'm still itching since building it 12 years ago. I also bought some of the best microphones in the world. All the greats like Sinatra, the Beatles, Pink Floyd, they all use this stuff. And even today you see people like John Mayer singing into this U47. Recently I installed this SSL 5000, which is as close as I could get to what my heroes used. And I also invested in some high quality outdoor gear that you can see behind me. And all this went into the production of my music, but also many records for talented artists. Okay, let's go back to the basic question. Do musicians still need a pro recording studio today?
Sometimes you need to start again.
As artists in 2021, the way we release music is basically social media. Long gone are the days of TV and radio, when you recorded one song and someone else did all the work. It's gone, unless you're Beyoncé maybe. As a producer, I now work directly with artists, and they have small budgets. That means I need to deliver great results, but in a limited amount of time. To serve these needs, I have to transform the studio. It has to be very efficient, ready to press record with almost no setup times, or no technical hiccups whatsoever, and I need video to be integrated in the workflow, always ready to go, to produce the content that social media is so hungry for. All this without compromising quality. So I asked myself, what's irreplaceable? And what slows me down instead? Irreplaceable, you can't replace great microphones on acoustic instruments. So I kept the Tube Neumanns, the U47 for vocals, and the KM54 for acoustic guitar. If you ever used one of these, you know you can't go back. Ask Sir Paul McCartney. Some outdoor gear is so great you can't just substitute it with a plugin. Not yet, at least. It's instant gratification. You strap it in on a track and boom. So I'm keeping my best pieces to treat my most important tracks. Vocals, bass, drums, etc. You also cannot replace good acoustics if you're recording acoustic instruments. Also irreplaceable for me are human beings playing, so I kept enough microphones and preamps to record a full band. But now, what slows me down instead? The console has to go. It sounds great, but it has long setup times and needs a lot of expensive maintenance. And the latest DAWs, the AWs with plugins, EQ, compressors, they sound good enough to get the job done right. For that, though, I need to get a very powerful computer and new Pro Tools rig. So I sold two great vintage AKG C12 tube microphones. They didn't get much use. It took me forever to find them, to match them, but they see little use, and that's where quality weighs less than practicality. I will also adapt part of the rooms to act as backdrops for videos and set up my cameras ready to fire. So to the question, do musicians still need a professional recording studio in 2021? I'd say yes, for the acoustics, the microphones, some great outboard to treat the most important tracks, but everything else can be taken care of by a computer. The studio has to be efficient for today's needs, cheaper, faster, and with integrated video workflow. I hope to get back with the finished project in a few days. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Please hit the like button. If you'd like to subscribe, thank you, but please activate notifications with a little bell so YouTube will show you my upcoming videos. Until then, Alberto Lombardi, ciao!